Alright guys, welcome back to the second tutorial of HTML and CSS. So today we are going to be talking about HTML lists. So let's look our document. Okay. So HTML list is just to display items in an organized way. There are two main types of lists, which are order and unorder. We also have the third one, but that one is just nested list. So I'm going to be explaining this step by step. So keep watching, guys. Okay, let's start with the first one, which is the order list. This one display items in numbered order. What I mean by this is, let's put it in practice. So we are talking about order list. Before we go into the order list, let me explain the list, what list exactly means. So list is something like to list an object in such a way that it will be organized. So that's exactly what list is, and it's denoted by li. So list is different from type of list. I'm going to, let's say, apple. So list can only contain one, like you can just use, when you're using this list element, you just have to use one element from one object or from one goods or from one thing you are listing. So for you to, maybe there's another product, so you have to come down again and create another list. So that one you can put any other object. So you keep creating until you fill all the objects you need, so etc. So if I come here to my web to preview this, as you can see, it automatically lists this in a ordered way. It look good, but the thing is that it's using bullets to list it. If you can see, at the left side of the apple, banana and mango, there's a bullet which is automatically generated by the list element. So that's why we have type of list. So we have order list. If you are going to be using order list, instead of this to be bulleted, it will be numbered automatically. As you can see here, it says display items in numbered order. So if I just come here, let me just clean this up, then I start switch, is denoted by ol. If you check here, as you can see, this is it. So come to my code back, so ol, then I close this. So one thing I want you to notice is not that I'm going to be writing my object here like this. No, it's not that I'm going to be writing my apple like this, something like mpp. No, this is now I'm going to be doing it. Once you are using an order list, you still have to use list. What I mean by that, I'll explain this properly so you can get it. It seems a little bit confused, so let me just explain this properly. Normally if I use the list element, which is li, I can just write the object here, then I close it, like this. It's worked perfectly like this. But if you are using the type of list, you are not going to do it like this. You are going to put your list, which is li, inside your type of list. What I mean by that is, let's assume I'm using the order list, then instead of me to put apple like this, no, I'm not going to put apple like this. I can just hit my enter keyboard so it can look perfect. You can do it the way you want it. So inside this my order list, this is where I'm going to be putting all my lists. So first I'll open another element which will be list. Then I'll be putting all the list I have. Second one, this is, so as you can see, this is my order list when it open. Then I input all the list of the product or objects, then I close my order list. If I save this now, I'll come to my browser. As you can see, it automatically numbered this itself because we are using an order list. If I only use this li, and let's assume I remove this ol, which is the order list, and save this will be listed but in a bulleted way. So that's the difference. This ol will number your list automatically 1 2 3 4 etc. So that's it. So we have the second type, which is the unorder. The second type, which is the unorder, display item in a bulleted pointed format rather. So As you can see, if there's no any type of list here, let's assume is blank, automatically our list will be bulleted. If you can see, our list is bulleted, but it's very close to the edge of our browser. It's very close to the edge here, right here. It's close to the edge. But when using an on order list, it will let it be a little bit far from our left of our browser. So let's use on order, which you are going to be using UL for that. Let me just cut this and put it under this. So the way I did it is the exactly way I did the first one. This is my open tag right here, and I put all the list I want, then I close it right here. So there's nothing special there. So if I come to my browser, as you can see, it's different from using the list only. As you can see, all the items are far from our edge. It's far from this edge right here. It's far from it. So that's the difference between the order list and using list element only. So if I remove this on order list, there will still be bullets, but there will be a difference. So as you can see, there's a difference. That's what exactly I mean by using order list. So it depends on your need. So that's when you decide what to use, maybe order list on order, or use list only depending on your need. So the next one, which is the nested element, nested list rather. So this one is just the combinations of lists inside each other. You know, we have two type of lists. We have to combine the order list and the on order. We can combine them, like join them into one. So we are going to be doing example. Okay. So okay, let me stop this right now. So okay, we are going to be doing example, the first for the combination of the order and another list. So let me just clear this up. Firstly, we have to open our first type of list. Let's assume we are using an order list. So after we close this, so let's assume I put some list li. Let me just say, let me use the same thing, ap a. So let me just say let's just assume I'm using this is too much. Let me just use two. Let me just use two. Let me change this. So as you can see right here, I have a two list. Automatically this will be bulleted and will be a little bit far from our left side of our browser, as you can see right here. So what we want to do now, we want to nest two type of two type of list inside each other, which is order and unorder. So we've already write our unorder, it remain our order. Instead of me writing it out here like this and starting a new line like order, if I do it like this, it will be different because I already closed this. And what we are actually doing is that we want to nest it before we close the type of list. We have to put the second one. That's what we are doing. If I close this and I start a new one with the second type of list, then I write maybe let me just say or something. So if I preview this, there will be a little, as you can see, they are different. I've already closed this and start a new list, so they are not nested. To do this, to nest each and everyone inside each of them, this is what you're going to do. After we write our lists inside our type of list, so we are going to come down here, then you can put your the opposite, or you can still use the same. You can use your ul again. Sorry, you can use your gl again, or you use the opposite. Let's assume I want let me just use the opposite. So let me use the ol. Don't forget, this ol is still inside the our on order. As you can see, this is where our on order end, but this is still inside our on order. So, and I put another list like this. Let me say okay, let me just use something like this. Let me just use let me just use one. Let me use one. So let me just lie. Let me see. So if I preview this, as you can see, this is exactly what I mean. I nested one inside the other. You can check it again. This is where I start my on order list. I put my list inside it. Then instead of me to close it with ul, I start another one, which is the ol. Then inside this OL, I put my list. Then I close the OL first before I close the UL. So come to our browser. As you can see currently, this is the first one we did. The first one is fruit. Then the second one we nested is far from it. It's like a sub element. It's just like maybe you want to identify something like a sub thing. So that's it, like subtitle, stuff like that. I didn't mean subtitle of a movie, I mean subtitle, like something sub, if you get it. I don't know. So you can also use in an opposite way. You can use, instead of this should be UL, you can just change this to OL. Same goes for the last one, OL. As you can see, this we have two OL. We nested the first, as you can, this is OL right here. As you can see, it's not compulsory for me to change it. If I preview this, it will still work. Let's see. As you can see, it work, and I can still change it to UL if I want, depending on my need. So as you can see, but you notice something, like instead of this bullet should be a little bit dark, the bullet of this banana and apple is just like a circle with, there's no, it's not dark. It's because our browser read it as a sub element. That's what I'm talking about. It's a sub, like a subtitle of the main title of the page. So that's how we can nest an element. We can nest our list inside each other. So you can just practice it so you can get it more. So let me look at the next one we have here. We have HTML links. I think I've talked about this, but let me just go through a little bit about it again so you can get it more better. So to create an HTML link, we have to use the A tag. So come here. Let me just use the A. Okay. After I open, note we've already talked about attributes, and the attribute for this A, for it to be accessible as a link or to open another new page, is href. Then this is an attribute. I've already talked about it. Anything that has like this is an attribute in HTML. So inside this two things, we are going to put our link, maybe our link of a website or a new page, maybe a new page we want. After the user click on that link, it will open a new page, maybe our about page, our service page, etc. So let it open a new website. Let's just say that https. I don't know if I'm wrong or right. I think I'm not sure. Let me confirm from, okay. So let me see. So after I've already cleaned this thing up here, so just make sure it's like this. Make sure you open it, you open the up here and you close it over this thing. Make sure it's there, because if it's not there, your code is going to give you an error. So after this, we can now close our first open tag. So, and this is our ending tag. So we have to put the word that it will display on our browser, maybe visit our website or something. So let me just use, so let me preview this. So as you can see right here, the reason why it's in blue color and underline is because of the element we are using. We are using the A element, which tells our browser that we are talking about a link. That's why it will automatically give it a blue color and a underline. But you can remove the blue color and the underline using a CSS. Once we get to CSS, you are going to learn on how to remove all these things and to maybe modify it the way you want. So right here, as you can see, if I click on this thing right here, our website, if I click on it, it automatically open the website I mentioned in my code. The website, the https column / mtech.com.ng, that's the website is going to open. If I click, as you can see right here, the browser, as you can see, it open. If I go back, this is our index page. This is our index page. But if after clicking on this visit our website, it will redirect us to the website I mentioned in my HTML code. So as you can see, it redirects us to this website. So that's it. Okay, let's go back to our code. So there's also we can use another attribute inside this element. I've already told you that there can be 2 or more attributes inside one HTML element. So we've already used the first attribute. We can use another attribute if we wish. Let's assume instead of this what is it? Okay, instead of, you notice something, if, let me reload, if I click on our visit our website, it's open in our browser. Let me just explain this better. As you can see here, this is our tab. This is our tab that is showing document up here. As you can see, this document is our tab. You can create a new tab by clicking on this plus. There's a new tab right here. So this is our tab currently. Let's assume I said visit our website. I don't want, maybe like, okay, maybe it's not visit our website, maybe it's something like message us on Facebook, for example, and I put my Facebook link inside this thing. Is my Facebook link, and after a user click on it, I don't want it to destroy my own tab. I want it to open a new tab, so he or she can visit our website in a new tab, and while my website will still be running in another tab. You want it like that. So currently, if I click on this thing, it won't open a new tab. Let me just close this tab. It won't open a new tab. It will open in this document, which will close our own website. Let's see. As you can see, it closed our own website, it opened the website I included. But I don't want it to destroy my own website because I want them to visit a Facebook page or any other page. So you can use another attribute to declare the HTML element to open a new tab automatically by. So this is how you are going to do it. After you write your first HTML tab, HTML attributes, so you can still write another attribute. Just make sure that after the first attribute has ended, before we close your open tag, you have to put another attribute. And the attribute for it to open a new page is let me just check it. This is it, as you can see right here. This after they open the a tag, they use this attribute to go to Google. They use another attribute right here. As you can see, this is the two attributes in one one line, one element. Let's just call it that. So I can use another attribute. So I'm going to say target. This target is just This target is to redirect our page to a new tab. It will create a new tab by itself. So underscore blank. So we are telling our browser that if a user click on this visit our website, instead of it to destroy our own website, to destroy our own tab, it will create a new tab while our own tab will still be running underground. So if I save this and come to my browser, then I click on this visit our website, notice this is our own tab right here. It's still open, and after I click on it, as you can see, our own tab does not destroy. This tab is just open a new tab for this mtech.com, while our own tab is still running underground. If I still click on it multiple times, it will keep creating a new tab. As you can see, it does not destroy our own website, it's just creating a new tab. This is the first tab. As you can see, this is a tab, this is a tab. There's so many tabs it's creating, but it does not destroy our own tab. So let me just close all this tab. So okay, the next thing is HTML to other page. Yeah, you can link to another page on your website. Maybe you have for a complete website, it will have a different page, about page, message, contact us page, dashboard, anything, login page, register page. So maybe after your first page is indexed as normally, so you want maybe after the user click, okay, on the home page, after you design your home page, then you put something like about us, service, contact us, and user will want to click on about us, and after they click on about us, it will automatically show a new page. I know you have seen this multiple times on the website. So how do they do it? That it will show a different thing on the about page. This is how you're going to do it. You are going to be using this element as well, but you have to create a new page you want to redirect the user to. So for example, I'm clicking Control N if you're using WordPad or WordPad. So this is what you're going to do. If you are using a WordPad, I'm saying WordPad, Notepad rather. My bad. Notepad. All you just have to do is just to Control N as well, then save it. Then come to this file, Control N to create a new file. Then come to file. Then what? Save. Then you can use other name. You can use maybe like about dot html maybe, then just save it to your desktop or where your just make sure that you save it where your index file is saved so you can access it. Just save it in the same folder or maybe desktop or any place. So that's how I'm going to do it on Notepad. But if you're using any editor, so I don't know much about all these editors. So if you are using Visual Studio Code, just click on Ctrl N as well. Just Ctrl S to save, or you can come to this file right here, then click on save. Then you can save it with your preferred name. So let me say about.html. So I think my index is saved as somewhere else. I think, let me just check. I think ht. I'm not sure though. Let me confirm. Let me just save it. I'm not sure where it's saved though. Okay. I'm not sure. So let me just create it new here. Let me just say it's about dot so let me just close this one. So as you can see now, I create a new page which is about.html while my index page is index.html. Normally, after a user load our website, is going to see our index.html page. So we want to redirect them when once they click on about us, it will redirect them to this new page. Let me just put something like it you can put it. I've already talked about H1, so welcome. My bad. So I just put something like H1. So this is our index. Instead of me to be using this link as our redirection, I'm going to be mentioning the page I want to open after they click on this link. So the page I want is about us, about.html. So I'm going to be writing about. As you can see, it already suggests this for me, so I can just click it. So as you can see, instead of me to put a link, I put the page I want to open if they click on visit our website. So let me just change this visit our website to maybe about us. So I can just remove this targets blank. The reason why is because this is our website. Creating a new tab is just like stressing the user. The reason why I'm saying this is that, let me just use this target and go and I'll explain properly. So I save this. So as you can see, this is about us now. After I click on this about us, it should redirect me to what? About.html asset. So I click on it. As you can see, it redirects me to about. If you check this browser, about.html. But note something, this is our normal page. It creates a new page. Let's assume there are so many, maybe contact us, and user click on the contact us, it will automatically create another new tab. Maybe click on service, create another new tab. There will be many tabs just for our website. This will be stressing the user to navigate. So instead of using this foolish target, you can just clean it up since it's still our website. So if you close another page, it's still using our website, so you don't need to use this target. It's still our website the user is using. But if it's another website, you can use the target, so your own website will still be underground while it will still open the website you want the user to see. So if I come back here now and click on this about us, as you can see, it's not redirecting now, but it's still showing about us. It's still using a single tab. So that's it. If I click about us, that's it. So you can just practice it with contact us. Just do the same. Create a new file with contact us.html. Add. You can just where's my code? So you can just double this. just double this and create a new file. You can create Control N or click on this file, create using Notepad as well. To create a new file, create where's my Notepad? Okay, you got Control N, Control N, Control N, Control N, and save it. Control S, save it with contact.html, unicorn.html. Then you can just changing all this thing. You can change this thing to maybe contact. Make sure the file is created. Okay, let's say FAQ. So just be changing all this thing. Um, so that's that about that. So you can just create. Make sure you create every single file. So let me just create everything. So I will delete everything later though. So I create all the file. So but I didn't put anything inside it, so it will automatically be showing me blank because I did not put anything. No. So as you can see right here, this is contact us FAQ service. As you can see, if I click on contact us, it will take me to contact.html. FAQ, take me to faq.html. Service, take me to service.html. So that's it about us, about.html. So that about that. Let me see if there's anything left to teach today. So I think that's all. Okay, let me just choose the very last thing. And our next tutorial, we're going to be moving on to the very important part of HTML. So the last thing I'm going to be teaching for today is very simple. We are going to be talking about another attribute we can use. So you can just use another attribute called title. So let me just say about us. What this title work for is very simple, but it cannot show on your mobile phone. If you are using a mobile phone, you can just know it, but it can't show on mobile phone. So let me just preview this for you guys. So let me just put my mouse on this. As you can see, check it very well. I know maybe you cannot see my mouse, but I put my mouse on about us, and it shows something like about us in a dialog box. As you can see, it's that small box. So if I click on contact us, it doesn't show anything. Click on FAQ, it does not show anything. Service, it does not show anything. But this about us is showing about like small about us. This is what I do. As you can see, I say title, then I put about us. So you cannot show on mobile phone. There's no way you can put a mouse on a word on mobile phone, so it cannot work on mobile phone though. That's what the title work for. So I can do it for all this one also. Let me just say contact. So except there, I can just practice this if you're using a system, so you can see the preview, but if you're using a mobile phone, you cannot see. As you can see, this is contact us. So that's that about that. So on our next tutorial, we're going to be moving on to form, on how you can create HTML form and validate it, but you have to learn about backend. So don't worry now, we're going to get to that. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to like and comment what exactly you are struggling about this course, so I can probably maybe explain it on my next tutorial before I dive into the main point. So thank you guys for watching once again. I'll see you on next tutorial. Bye.